Hey YouTube, Nogorn here. Got another video for you today. I've got a couple different styles of mountain generators here. Now, I I figured this was possible a while ago, and just recently I decided to make one on my own. Lo and behold, I build a few different designs and test them and decide, hey, maybe someone else has any ideas on it. Look it up, and sure enough, people have already made them, so this one, all these designs, this is a 1 minute timer, this is a 5 minute timer. The original one that I had was bulkier, it had hoppers and a clock in it, and you would put different amounts of items in it for different times, but I think these three, this one being my own design and these two being the community's designs, these three should suffice. They're simple, they don't require tons of materials like the adjustable one that I made does. But let's go over them. This one right here, it shoots an arrow into this block, which activates this pressure plate, and as you see right there, pulses it every minute. And what you would do is you would put lava in here, activate it, and the lava would go out, and then you'd put water? You'd put water in here, and when it pulses, it would switch, it would retract the lava, extend the water, and then it would be pouring out water instead of lava. Now, since it refreshes every minute, and it takes lava quite a significant amount of time to go down, this one is going to be for building smaller mountains. I've tested it up to 20 blocks. Maybe you could do 25 block high mountains. You'd set it up and it would just start building. It would dump down lava, and then it would cover that with water, make one level, and then it would take 2 minutes. 2 minutes, like it's 2 minutes per cycle. So every 2 minutes it makes one layer. Lava, water to make it into cobble, lava, and then water to turn that into cobblestone, so on, so on. And this design here is almost the same thing, with the exception is that it uses items instead of arrows, which last 5 minutes. I've tested this up to 70 blocks, and it's worked just fine. Maybe you could go higher. I'm not, well, no, not 70, I think 65. I haven't tested the maximum. It's kind of tricky because lava flows at different speeds depending on how big the mountain is, and I really don't feel like spending days testing that. But this one is your medium. This one takes 2 minutes per level. This one takes 10 minutes per level. And over here, we've got the big gun. My design, the original one I came up with. Oh, that's not supposed to be there. But this thing, 40-minute cycle. One layer every 40 minutes. But what that allows us to do, is this allows us to build this up at the world height limit and make a 256 tall mountain in 1 week. Yep, sounds like it's a lot of time. It would be a lot faster if you did it by hand with lava and water buckets. The reason this one takes 40 minutes per cycle is because it has to wait for the lava to go all the way from the top and reach the bottom before it switches to water. Super simple. It's a beast. It takes about, I would say, from 64 to build height. It wouldn't take a week. You could work that out. Just 256 layers per week. So you could divide that by 7, and there you have how many layers it can do a day. And you can figure out which one of these you want. Figure out how long it's going to take to build your mountain. Now you are going to have to AFK. You're going to have to be online for all of these to work. And you're going to have them within loaded chunks, or you could have them within the spawn chunks and just have anyone online anywhere at any given time if you're on a server. I recommend never mind, I don't recommend anything. Do whichever one of these you think would do the best, but on to the tutorial. You're going to start with a dispenser here. Place a block here, up 2, and then one facing down right there. You're going to break the top and the bottom block. You're going to put redstone here and here, and we need to make these cross-section patterns around these. So you're going to place a block here, here, and you're going to go around each one and then punch out the blocks, and that's your basic system right there. Switches, lava goes on top, water goes down here, and it switches it out. So this one's pretty self-explanatory. All you would do is add a solar panel right above this block of redstone right here. This one, you can see how it's built. Put a torch there, another dispenser, pressure plate. This one, dispenser up on top with this setup right there with the torch, block, and pressure plate. So for demonstration purposes, let's make the arrow one the quickest time, so that way hopefully we can see it in action. Got to grab a pressure plate. Pressure plate. I can speak today. Put our lava in. Activate it. There's our lava. Put our water in. I won't waste your time with the whole 2-minute cycle thing here, but what I will show you, I'll do it manually. Once this reaches the bottom and spreads out a bit, I'll just grab the arrow real quick to reset it. Is it almost at the ground? Yep. Alright, that's low enough, so say the minute's passed, it's reset, lava goes away, water starts coming down. And every layer you have, it's going to take one more block of falling. Is it one more? Let me think. Yeah, about one more. Because instead of just going down, when it hits a block, it has to go down, over, and then down again. So each block it adds one layer that needs to fall. So let's trigger the next one. This is going to build layer 2. That's layer 1. That would be after 2 minutes we would have that block. Eventually this one right here can make the server pretty laggy. If it only has 1 gig, it can shut the server down once it's getting towards the end because it's so massive. This thing I would not recommend for servers. I would only recommend it for single player on computers with a lot of RAM. Okay, maybe not a lot. Just you want to have a good computer, or else this thing will crash you, and I don't know why I didn't fire another arrow there. Fires another arrow, triggers the water. Maybe this design's not super reliable, who knows. But I know this one is, that other people have made, and the one I made is, because there's no ifs, ands, or buts. Daylight, or the day cycles, power goes off, and then back on, and switches it. We've got another layer. Swap it out. And you can see what's going on here. Every time it adds 1 layer and makes the base bigger by 1 layer in all directions. So we will do it one more time, and that will be the end of the video. I'm going to put some annotations in so you don't have to watch this whole video. I assume it's going to be a good chunk of time by now. And let's fire one more. Oh, maybe I just picked the second arrow up by accident. We're going to let this water come down, and we're going to see what we have. This is the quickest generator, like I said, 2 minutes per level. There we go. That is another level. You'll see that there are holes and it's different, so it's not going to be a perfectly uniform mountain, which is good. We want it to look natural. It's not going to look hand-built and perfect. It's going to have weird edges. It's going to look like almost like a naturally generated mountain. It's pretty cool. Actually, I can show you what it looks like right now. Yes, my original name for this was the Pompeii machine. Here is Actually, that generator I was just showing you, 20 blocks off the ground, this is what it made. It didn't take too long. And if we come over here, here is a beta design thanks to a fellow Redditor who made me a design for an ABBA switch with a very odd delay timing required to use in this horrible manner. This one took a little bit longer, but this is the kind of shape you're going to get. It's not going to be perfect. It's going to look really neat. And some more redstone for what I was designing. Here's the medium one with the blocks that despawn working. See if we can get it to trigger. That work. There we go. You can trigger it manually by picking up the block or the arrow if you want, which saves a lot of time, trust me. It'll at least cut it in half. And this will go down, it'll turn this half into cobblestone, and then the next set of lava that flows down will either cover all of this half and a quarter or the whole thing. It's like I said, it's random. And I've also taken up enough of your time, so that is it for this episode, guys. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.